Thomas, after talking to a lot of the guys, I'm sure you could probably attest the same way. Guys are pissed off. There's a lot of optimism coming to the season, and things obviously are not going the way as planned.
Yeah, I mean, obviously adversity hit, and I think it's tough sometimes to look at the bright points in the midst of adversity. I think adversity does build character. I think it builds us to the team we should be, hopefully in the future. But we had some missed opportunities already. The season is not over by any means. Nobody's hanging our heads or throwing in the towel. Lots still to play for, and our guys are frustrated as we are. We got to find ways to fix it, give those guys some relief, help them out, and they got to play better.
Thomas, how are you seeing them handle that adversity?
I think the right way. I'm fine with guys being pissed off. You should be pissed off. I am. I think I look pissed off normally. But I think us being able to get back to work and get back at home, which would be huge for us, and appreciate all the fans that come out and show us love and support this team regardless. And we play pretty dang good at home, so hopefully we keep that going.
Through your experiences, when teams are going through something like this, losses start piling up a little bit, how big can it be for just one win to change things?
Yeah, I mean, regardless of whether you're winning or losing, nothing matters except for the next opponent, the next opportunity, and we got to be able to learn from the mistakes that we made, move on, and don't turn 2 losses into 3. Be able to recover, and like I said, take the positive stuff from that, learn from the mistakes, and get ready to go play again.
Thomas, what are your thoughts as far as the scrutiny that's kind of evolved over the last 2 weeks on the play calling?
I don't really care about that. People complain about everything, especially when things aren't going well. If we call the same plays and we execute and we had 35 points a game, nobody would say a word about stuff we're calling. So the biggest thing about what we do from play call standpoint, I think, is our guys executing it. And like I said last week, it may be an issue of we're playing the wrong guys, or playing too many guys. And if we get to the point we actually line up and execute our offense, and we get beat, then we can talk about changing the play calls. I think we can. You look around the country, you see guys do a bunch of different stuff. Most of what we do is kind of very comparable to other people. But we believe in what we do. It's worked before in the past. It's worked for us here at Miami already this season. And if we do a good job of coaching our guys up and executing, we'll be fine.
Is that kind of the fault of playing all these different guys? Is that because it's such a young offense?
I'm not into making excuses. We played young guys before in the past. Young guys have helped us out. DJ was a young guy last year and came in and played pretty dang good for us. It's just about those guys being able to hold themselves accountable and us make sure we put the guys in the right spot to have success and not hurt the team, but help us.
Thomas, one of the things that Travis, we've discussed how he's not always very vocal here. He was vocal today.
Yeah.
And very upset, and he said that it's time for leaders on this team to start stepping up and leading. What do you see on that front right now from this group?
Yeah, I love like I said all the time, his attitude, his mentality, what he brings to the table. He is trying to become more of a vocal leader, and he is doing that. But I told the offense after we got done with practice today, there should be 2 groups of guys on this team. There should be the small group of guys that lead and the rest that follow. And right now we have too many third-party guys who are not leaders and not following, and we got to either get rid of those guys or get them on board to help this whole team.
When you have someone like Travis who's not an outspoken guy, there are plenty of great leaders in sports who aren't outspoken.
Absolutely.
What has he done? What can he do more of to put himself in that category where he can lead as not a rowdy, rah-rah guy?
What can he do more of? Nothing. He does what we ask him to do. He's missed assignment free. He competes his butt off. He never ever quits. He gives his team his all every day in practice, also in the game. And now he's actually speaking them to being more vocal. Guys got to respond. I respond to him.
Thomas, if you're not a leader and you're not a follower, what are you?
You're a cancer is what you are. That's what you're, cancer. So it's not a good thing. So that third category is not a good thing.
Do you have many of those guys?
Many of them. One is enough.
Okay. So you have
cancer
some.
spreads.
Yeah.
Cancer in the body spreads. It takes over everything. So one is enough.
Travis,
I'm not trying to call it individual guys.
No, I know.
But again, there's only 2 categories you fit in. You're part of the guys who are leading this team, or you got part of the guys that are following this team to help this team be great. There's no room for anybody else.
We got Travis to probably talk the most he's ever talked to us in his time here, and he also mentioned that practice wasn't what he would like to see, and I'm sure if he saw that, I'm sure the coaching staff saw that. What was it about practice that was so subpar in your opinion?
Well, I think the great thing that Travis does and what he just said is he tried to be a perfectionist. So practice was not terrible, but there is a standard that we have that we're not living up to. There's a direct correlation between what happens on Sunday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday practice, what happens on game day. And our guys and young guys especially have to understand that you cannot take reps off or have my bads in a week because we don't get reloads on game day. And practice, if we mess up, we'll reload it, we'll correct it, we'll get it right. That's what practice is for. But when time for the game time starts, we got to do a better job executing that stuff, learning from my mistakes, and not repeating the same stuff over and over.
Thomas, you're confident that you have enough of those leaders around here?
Yeah, that's not a problem. I've said it before in the past, we don't have enough guys who are stepping up and trying to be vocal and lead in the right direction. We have more than enough guys. And I've been around teams before who only had one guy, and one was enough. Again, the biggest thing was that you either lead or you follow, or you get missing. Only options we got.
Are you trying to lead more? It seems like you're trying to assert yourself a little bit more.
I don't think I'm doing what I've been doing. I think it definitely starts with us as coaches. Understand that, and what you mentioned before about the play calling deal. You got to be built for that in this profession. If you can't handle criticism, don't be a leader in any aspect of your life, whether it's football or don't become a father, because you're going to be criticized no matter what you do. If you can't handle that and have confidence in what you're doing and hold everybody else accountable, then you're going to feel everybody else around you. So it starts first with leadership at the top with us as coaches, but it has to go down to our players as well. And I think we're getting that message across, and we'll get it fixed. I guarantee that.
Great. Thank you very much.
Thanks,
Thank you,
Kenny.
boss.
Appreciate it.
Appreciate it.